My name is Matt Hardy. I love Squared Circle Wrestling, therefore I am 2CW.
I am the Underground King. I am 2CW.
Place will set the wrestling world on fire. I am Spike Dudley, and I'm 2CW.
Party pooper. Shut the fuck up, really.
Shut the fuck up! You suck!
You want me I sunk?
Oh, you want?
I sunk? Really, I sunk? I was sunken on your mom last night. Do you still want me to shut the fuck up? Fuck me? You overpaid me to do your little shindy in New Jersey. Sit down. Does anybody else want some or what? So why I'm out here right now, Nick Ando, you and I have done this for this company way too many times. Hey, I can't understand you without your teeth in your mouth. What was that? Can you say it one more time? Shut the fuck up and sit down. So, now that I got that out of the way, Nick Ando, you never answered me on my challenge tonight. I know you're a punk bitch, so what do you have to say?
Punk bitch. I'm a punk bitch, Sean Carr.
Fuck him up, Ando! Fuck him up! Fuck him up, Ando! Fuck him up! Fuck him up, Ando! Fuck him up! Fuck him up, Ando! Fuck him up!
Here's the thing, Sean. Apparently you've forgotten what they haven't, because I fucked you up so many times in this town. So many times that I don't even have to do it again. You challenge me, I say no. I don't have to beat you again. I've done it over and over and over again. It ain't happening. I don't have anything to prove to him. I don't have anything to prove to all of you. So, Sean, unless you decide to make this interesting for me, have a good night.
You need to make up your mind. All right, I tell you what. You want me to make things interesting? You name the match. Whatever match Captain Nick Ando wants, Captain Nick Ando can get right here tonight.
Okay, Sean. Okay, Sean. Any match I want?
Any match you want. Except that.
I got one for you. I got a good one for you. Because, once again, you're the one with something to prove to all the people here tonight. Why don't you prove them that you're the absolute deniable best? He is? Well, guess what? He's going to have to prove it tonight. Because if you want to fight me, you can fight me. But I won't be disqualified. Rules don't apply to me. How about that?
So a no disqualification match.
No. Not a no disqualification match. A match where I cannot be disqualified. Rules don't apply to me, but they will for you. What do you say, Sean? You feeling up to the challenge? You still as good as you think you were?
Well, seeing how the only time you were over is in this company, and I kind of went out and do cool things, I tell you what, Captain, you're on.
Okay. Keep it back. Okay.
Are we gonna do this right now? We're gonna do this right now.
No, I make the rules tonight, and we're not doing it now. I'm gonna let you sit and think about it. We'll do this later.
It is me, the Death Machine, and 2CW Heavyweight Champion, the Drawl Sammy Callahan. And pardon me looking like absolute dog shit right now, but those two idiots on the show tonight, William Morrissey and Moose, broke my damn leg. And to be honest, I ain't even pissed about the pain because I probably would have did the same thing to them. I am more pissed that I am not able to be a part of the 2CW reunion show. Because without a shadow of a doubt, I am telling you right now, 2CW is family. 2CW is my absolute favorite independent wrestling promotion I have ever worked for. So Josh, 2CW promoter Josh, I hope you're listening. I will be damned if your ass does not run another reunion show so the Drawl, the Death Machine, the 2CW Heavyweight Champion can perform for the 2CW faithful once again. With that being said, let's start the damn show! Thumbs up, thumbs down!
With that said, match number 1 is now ready to get underway. The referee is Jason Massey. Introducing first, contestant number 1. He hails from the Wing Mansion, 205 pounds, Ted Goods. And his opponent, he hails from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 175 pounds, is the former Impact World Heavyweight Champion, Rich Swann!
Wrestling fans, you are looking plausibly live at Binghamton, New York at the American Legion post number 80. We are back to CW, living on the edge, number 11. John McGraw, Rob Sanderson on the call, and we are underway already. Rob, Rich Swann, the former Impact World Heavyweight Champion, taking on everybody's favorite, Teddy Good. Well, what a way to kick things off. Teddy Goods, he was in 2CW's first ever match back in 2006, would then later return as a tag team partner of Biff Busick, Biff and Ted's excellent tag team adventure. Rich Swann, we've seen before. He's been here multiple times, both as a singles competitor and a tag team competitor with Sami Callihan. And tonight we get to see the master, one of the best high flyers right now in professional wrestling, taking on Teddy Goods in front of what can only be described as an electric crowd here in Binghamton. And for the first time in more than 2,100 days, let's do that wrestling.
Well, we're back, and this is surreal, John. I mean,
it is.
Almost 6 years later, 2CW is back. We're in the Madhouse. We're calling a show together. These two former 2CW mainstays are in the ring, and even just the entrances for this match, yeah, I mean, how can you not be pumped up? A little all night long right after.
Wait a second. What's going on here? That's the Killer Steve McKenzie and Steve Cruz.
What the heck is this?
I don't know. Wait a second. So the Killer Steves are here. One of the original tag teams in 2CW, and what was supposed to be like a one-on-one matchup, all of a sudden the Steves have come out here and ruined the party. We're not going apparently all night long after some wonderful dancing from Rich Swann.
Oh, I don't know if this is making my dreams come true either.
No,
but it looks like quite the attitude from Studley Steve right here. Like
I've never seen this.
It's a fun guy, I thought.
How do you have a 2CW reunion show and not have the goddamn Killer Steves booked for action? Nobody wants to see Teddy Goods versus Rich Swann. Everybody here wants to see the Killer Steve. So how about you two face us in a tag team match, or we're just going to continue to beat your asses.
I don't know what's going on here, John. I mean, we were ready for this opening match, the first match in 2CW in almost 6 years. Like we said, Teddy Goods was in the very first 2CW match ever. Rich Swann was here for years, a perfect way to start the show, and then the Killer Steves come out here. I don't know what happened to them in the past 6 years.
They've gotten bitter.
Ruining the moment here.
They've gotten, wait a second, hang on. Are we having apparently we're going to have a tag match. What? So we've got, I guess, the Killer Steves against Teddy Goods and Rich Swann. Rich has been a tag team wrestler with Sami Callihan, with Ricochet, among others, and Teddy, of course, Biff and Ted's excellent tag team adventure, but they haven't trained as a team. So apparently we're going to have a tag team match here. The Killer Steves 2CW Originals, Masters in 2CW of the Tables match, along with All Money is Legal. They've been in multiple tables matches. This, though, my friends, is not. This is a tag team match. And Steve Cruz, I thought he was even retired.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there was a time he left his boots in the ring. Obviously went through some injury problems and had no idea that he was going to be here.
No.
Of course, he heard Studley Steve talking about not being on the card here tonight. And you know what? He makes a valid point. I mean, they're mainstays in 2CW. Yeah. And, deserve a spot on the show, but not like this.
No.
This is not how you go about it.
No, not at all. And this is extremely out of character for these two guys. Steve McKenzie, more than 100 2CW shows. It felt like he was here in a tag team match wrestling, always had a smile on his face, a handshake, and this just coming out and ruining the party. And he gets an enziguri right in the side of the head from Teddy Goods.
now you see Studley Steve knocking Rich Swann off the apron there, and I mean the Killer Steves are looking good here, and this is not at all what we were expecting. And I mean, obviously the Killer Steves have years and years of experience of wrestling together in a cohesive tag team. Yeah, Ted Goods and Rich Swann have done a good amount of tag team wrestling, but they are not a tag team.
No, not at all.
So a huge disadvantage there.
Absolutely, and Rich Swann's now down on the floor. Teddy Goods has no one to tag at this point. And there's a cover. That's Steve Cruz for those that may be tuning in for the first time. Steve Cruz is the large tattooed gentleman in the ring. Steve McKenzie, the other wrestler on the Killer Steves. Again, these guys were here from show number 1 in a tag team match against All Money is Legal, one of the original great tag team feuds in 2CW. But here, you know, they've come out, they've upset this match. And yeah, maybe you're right, Studley Steve has the right to be angry, but there's certain ways you go about things, and this is not one of them. But right now, they're kind of controlling things here against Teddy Goods, who's gotten caught without essentially a partner at this point, as Rich Swann finally making his way up on the apron, but a double flapjack on Teddy Goods, and he quickly gets a cover from Studley Steve, who's been wrestling for more than 20 years, originally out of Syracuse. I remember watching Studley Steve in a warehouse in downtown, and boy, has he grown over the years. I hate to see him acting like this, but I've known him a long time, and, you know, yeah.
It's surprising. I mean, I appreciate how many, 2CW originals we have here in this first match in so long. I mean, really, the nostalgia feel, a great contest so far. I like we said, I mean, Studley Steve, and even Steve Cruz to an extent, I mean, like, fun-loving guys over the years. Like, I don't get this. Something happened. I mean, I know we've all been through a lot in recent years, but I just did not see this coming.
So finally we're getting some offense from Teddy Goods and a clothesline, and Steve McKenzie ends up eating a DDT as well. And it's just a matter of time here for Teddy Goods. There's the tag to Rich Swann. And here comes Rich Swann into the ring. Boy, it is great to see him here in 2CW.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Rich Swann, obviously a former Impact World Champion. And not only that, but the number 10 ranked wrestler in the entire world by Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the PWI 500 that just recently came out. Congratulations to Rich. Just absolutely awesome to see that. And great to see him back here in 2CW.
Look at those strikes from Rich Swann. Now the big head kick right into the side of the head of Steve Cruz, but Steve McKenzie, the veteran tag team wrestler, immediately jumping on Rich Swann and forcing the Charm City native back into his own corner. You could hear that one in Syracuse with that elbow, and Steve McKenzie, though, still kind of at a 2-on-1 disadvantage here, didn't realize where he was in the wrong part of town, and he eats a double enziguri.
Of course, Ted Goods in there now. We've known him under some different names over the years. Another crafty veteran. As there we go. Well, they came together.
Here are
they
your
got it done.
winners, Ted Goods.
So in a iconoclasm into the Rolling Thunder splash from Rich Swann, and the Killer Steves, for as much as they wanted to ruin the party, take that. That's what you get for coming in. You're going to eat a splash and some elbows and punches and kicks from Rich Swann.
And now we get a little more all night long.
And the party is going to go here all night long in Binghamton. I think we can both guarantee that.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see. I mean, you can see during Rich Swann's entrance that Teddy Goods was still dancing along to this song. And then he ended up tag team partners with him. And now they get to celebrate together here, victorious in the first match in Squared Circle Wrestling in 69 months.
Nice. 2,109 days in between when we said goodbye at 2 sets to being here now. A lot of people to thank. We'll talk more about that as we go on through this night. We've got a bevy of great matches. Some already announced. We'll see those later with one of the bigger ones, Jay Freddy and Jason Axon and I Quit match. Earlier this evening, Nick Ando came out. He and Sean Carr had some words, and they will have a match that was not previously scheduled. They had kind of talked about, or Sean Carr rather had talked about wanting to face Nick Ando, and Rob, look at these dance moves.
This crowd is hyped right now. So good to see these guys back. And again, we talked about Rich Swann and his accomplishments. Ted Goods recently wrestling a few weeks back on AEW Dark. I mean, he's been all over. See his name popping up on the independent scene every single weekend, especially in the New England area.
But take nothing away from Teddy Goods either. He's been very active in New England throughout his career. Recently had a really good match with Chris Dickinson where he took a beating. He kept on going. He lost, but he looked really good, and he has been good. He's also recently been on AEW Dark as well, just I believe not even a month ago.
And the party keeps going here on a Thursday night in Binghamton, New York.
Thursday.
Reunion. It's unbelievable. I remember 2 sets. It feels like so long ago. It really does. But what a special day. And there was talk for years about a reunion, and we're really here once again. It's awesome.
No, this is awesome right here.
This is
Look
the
at
moment
this.
right here.
Enjoy it, fans. 2 days for the return. And happy smiles. That's what we were looking for. That's what we end up getting. Happy smiles all in the end.
Oh my God, looky who it is.
2CW Mizarks.
Yeah.
You thought we were going to be there, huh?
Well,
live.
They tried to get us.
They tried to. Josh, you're a handsome guy, but
You're a very nice man.
when you asked us to perform for your 2CW reunion show, we said, well, it's going to cost you $100,000. And then you said, well, I could probably get Braun Strowman for the same price, and that's when negotiations stopped.
That was it. However, thank you for the 50 grand just for making this stupid video, sucker. Enjoy the show,
Fans,
2CW.
I hope you're having fun. We had fun at 2CW, and we're glad you're back for at least 2 shows.
Yeah, and we got to go do this house show tonight here in New York City.
Yeah.
So,
20,000
a little bit busy. Okay.
Have fun at your show, Josh.
Yeah, enjoy your show, you marks.
The referee for the next contest is Ted Stillwell. This match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Syracuse, New York, rated at 189 pounds, he is the Moonlight Sun, Mike Skyros.
So we move on forward here on Living on the Edge, and we've got Mike Skyros, a former 2CW heavyweight champion, and he has a very tall task ahead of him tonight. But a young man, based on seeing his comments on 2CW's Facebook page, he comes in with a pretty big chip on his shoulder. He's been unhappy with the company, obviously not really promoting his exploits since 2CW.
His opponent hails from Boston, Massachusetts, by way of Kingston, Jamaica. He weighs in at 245 pounds tonight. SWB, the Underground King.
What a night this is. 2 former 2CW heavyweight champions gonna clash in this match that was just made official earlier today. And as you mentioned, John, you heard the words from Mike Skyros posted on the 2CW Facebook page, and he's got an attitude, but honestly, I can kind of see where he's coming from. I mean, there was reference to Guy Sunshine, and not his favorite era in his career. Moved away from that and became a heavyweight champion, and then in the past few years has made a bigger and bigger name for himself, and he wants the respect. And he's got a tough task here against SWB. I mean, one of the absolute most accomplished wrestlers in 2CW history, and this is going to be a war.
A two-time 2CW heavyweight champion. He held the title 2 combined reigns more than 500 days. And it is absolutely great to see him. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Mike Skyros is the current K1 Classic champion in SWB's Test of Strength Wrestling. So these two are very familiar with one another from New England. So we'll see if Mike Skyros against somebody that he's kind of looked up to in SWB, if he can get by him.
A little bit of a different look to Skyros these days. Of course, Michael Christopher, when he became the 2CW heavyweight champion for a brief period of time back in 2015. But you can see he's in tremendous shape, and he's ready to go here.
He looks absolutely fantastic. He won the title from Nick Ando. Nick Ando answered his open challenge. It didn't last very long, albeit losing the title later that same evening to Kevin Graham. And a big experience disadvantage for Mike Skyros here. Slick's been at this more than 20 years, wrestled all over the globe, very accomplished, as you said, in 2CW. And Mike Skyros basically was starting as 2CW was ending.
And I mean, just seeing Wagner back here today in the building, so many memories pop up from over the years at 2CW, and I know that so many battles he had in the 2CW ring with the late, great Brody Lee, who, of course, will be on all of our minds this entire weekend. Kind of weird to call it a weekend. It's a Thursday, Friday, whatever. I'm going to call it a weekend.
It's a weekend.
It's, I mean, it feels like a weekend. It's awesome. But, you know, obviously I know that Slick had so much love for Brody, and just brings back all those memories, title changes and everything. And, wow, those guys came crashing down to the outside of the ring here at the American Legion post number 80.
Slick is not a small man. He just took himself and threw himself at Mike Skyros. He went over the top all the way to the floor. And that's the type of athleticism that Slick Wagner Brown has. You look at him, he's a big guy, he's well built. You think he's not going to be a high flyer. He's quick as a cat. He moves very quickly. He can get in the air. He can slug with you. He can do a lot of different things.
And now SWB here with a beverage in hands, but that gets wasted.
That's a shame right there. So we're going to go back in the ring. Mike Skyros, he does not want to have fun. He wants to wrestle. He wants to hurt people. He wants to win. He wants to advance his name. He's got very straightforward goals. I'll give him that.
I mean, it would be an absolute huge victory for him if he could pick up the W here tonight in Binghamton. And he's just been focused this entire time. You can see the intensity in his eyes. He takes it to Slick here in the corner.
That is not an easy task. Suplexing Slick Wagner Brown, and Mike Skyros made that look very easy.
Made it look like a feather. I mean, this is the best that I've seen from Mr. Skyros in the ring. Obviously, we saw him rise the ranks in 2CW before, you know, of course, the company closed at the end of 2015. But this, I don't want to say he looks like a different person, but I mean, this certainly feels like a far cry improvement from days I remember ring announcing guys sunshine of the ring in places like Rome. I mean, this is something here. This is a great battle, our second match of the night here on night 1 of 2 of this hashtag 2CW reunion.
Trying to work on it, looked like a rear chin lock, and that's not going to go too well against Slick. He's eventually going to power out of that against the 8-year pro now, Mike Skyros, and it feels so strange saying that. Beautiful standing drop kick. And a fisherman's suplex.
It feels weird to hear that, but again, I mean, it's been almost 6 years since there's been a 2CW show, and how did that time fly by so much? I mean, I guess it didn't, but
that's a really good question.
I only made a few, multiple 1,000-mile moves in that time.
Just a few.
And here we are, full circle, right back in Binghamton, where you and I were teamed up on commentary for the first time ever.
99 problems in the middle of a blizzard in Binghamton.
I was going to say, one of those problems was the blizzard.
Another problem may have been Kevin Steen drawing something rather phallic on some notes.
Yes. Still have that somewhere, I believe. Yeah. That was quite the night. What was the second of the live streams. Of course, we've seen, live streams in general have increased so much in wrestling, and 2CW one of the pioneers in that. It's a pleasure to be a part of it. And Skyros is just going all out here.
Can't remember
the intensity, the power he's coming in with that elbow.
And Slick's got nowhere to go, basically just kind of seated, and Skyros comes in flying at about 100 miles an hour. He's just going to try to wear him down here. Slick hasn't wrestled a lot these last few years, nor really has anybody for that matter, whereas Skyros these last few months has really kind of ramped up what he's done, but still, this is a bit surprising to see how much Mike Skyros has controlled this.
We got that wrenched in here right in the center of the ring.
He's almost got a fish hook on him if he reaches out his thumb. And it's clear the fans, though, behind Slick Wagner Brown. That's not necessarily always been the case here in 2CW. At times, the fans did not very much care for him when he was the 2CW heavyweight champion, eventually ceding that title his second time around to Jay Freddy in front of over 1,000 people in Watertown. The first time losing it, I believe, to Brody Lee, or wait, take that back. There's a big elbow. He actually lost it in this building in a steel cage match, and there's a super kick.
What a clothesline there. And I don't know if this is exactly what SWE was expecting from Skyros, but you can tell he's frustrated, and he is doing his best here to take back over this contest. But Skyros showing this quickness. There's the power of Wagner.
I think he was looking tornado DDT there, and that's not going to happen against Slick. Yep. Wow. The ring just completely shook, as did the floor here, but it's not a 3. You almost wonder too, Rob, Slick's got another match this weekend, and a pretty big one against Too Cold Scorpio. You almost have to wonder, maybe in the back of his mind, is he thinking a little bit about Too Cold here?
You always say that you don't look past, you don't look ahead. Obviously you see that a lot in the sports world too, hockey, things like that. You got to look tonight, the opponent, but how can you not? He's got Too Cold Scorpio, an absolute legend, tomorrow night in their 5th and final meeting. A feud that goes back in 2CW 15 years.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he wants to go into that match with a victory here tonight. Oh, wow.
And look at the agony on Mike Skyros' face after that double-handed chop to the back. Slick looking for the end here, pretty much, the appreciation bomb. And there it is. No.
Oh, he got out.
I don't think Wagner was expecting that, nor I think was anybody here in Binghamton for that matter.
And a little frustration there on the face.
And the screws are now turning in the head of the former two-time 2CW heavyweight champion, trained by Killer Kowalski, debuted back in the late 1990s. Had he come along Slick in a different era, there's no doubt he's on national TV now.
Well, let's see what else he goes to here. Because I know Slick wants to wrap this up, and oh, wait a minute.
Well, he went to the well once too often. Well, head scissor takeover, but Mike Skyros is on spaghetti legs. Beautiful DDT, diving DDT, and Slick all of a sudden finds himself on the floor.
Well, and that's a smart veteran move there, John, that Wagner found his way to roll to the outside so that Skyros couldn't immediately go for a pin. Make Skyros have to try to get him back into the ring. And they go back at it here now in the center of the square circle.
And Zagari and Skyros, it seems like he's on fumes at this point, but obviously he just hit the DDT a moment ago, and there's another Enziguri. Go back to the DDT one more time, and this time Slick bounced right in the middle of the ring. Will this be all? Yes!
He's your winner, son, Mike Skyros!
Legitimately, my jaw just dropped. That's a huge, huge win for the Moonlight Sun here in Binghamton. Battles back. That's got to be the most impressive win in his 2CW career. right there.
I might even say that might be one of the biggest wins in his career overall.
Absolutely.
I did not. He tried the DDT once, Slick blocked it. You'd think, okay, maybe I don't want to try it again, but he went back to the well not only once, but twice after that. And the second time, Slick's looking up at the lights. My goodness. Well, it's living on the edge. We have surprises, and that was, I think, surprised everybody in the building.
I mean, there were times there I certainly thought that Slick had it all wrapped up. And impressive showing. And now Slick's going to have to try to rebound tomorrow night against Too Cold.
Not someone you want to try to get out of a funk against.
That was a very flashy comment there.
I don't think he still knows what happened.
I don't think it's time for a Slick selfie here in Binghamton right now.
No, I don't think so. And yeah, definitely not. So he wants the microphone. This doesn't happen very often either.
Thank you, guys. It's been 5 years. Almost, right? December 2015. I'm not that good at math, but I think 2015, December, that makes it 5 years. I just want to say thank you guys, because no matter what, you guys always had my back. You guys are awesome. You're the reason why we're here. You're the reason why we beat ourselves up at this ring to entertain you. I'm glad 2CW is back, and I know you are too. Enjoy the rest of the night. I love you guys. Thank you. And it's scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing at 2,544 number 2 pencils, hailing from his mother's basement. He's a student of the game. This is Stuart Snodgrass.
Well, Robert would not be living on the edge without some debuts. And for the first time ever, we are getting a look at Stuart Snodgrass, hashtag NerdLife, here at 2CW.
Yeah, he's got his backpack and everything here. Weighed in, as was just announced, at 2,544 number 2 pencils. I don't know what that is. Is that like 240 pounds?
I
don't know.
I got nothing.
Are number 1 pencils lighter? I bet he knows.
I don't know. That's a really good question.
Like, oh, you got to bring your number 2 pencil for a Scantron. Like, why do other pencils still exist then? If that's the one you always need for a standardized test.
Yeah.
I hate pencils.
Did they even still use standardized tests with the Scantron anymore?
Why does anybody still use a pencil, John?
I mean, if you do crosswords.
No, I'm confident with my crosswords. I would use pen. I'm going all in.
Okay. Really? Do you want to go double or nothing on that? No? Okay. So here's Stuart Snodgrass, primarily wrestles out of the Carolinas. We don't really...
And his opponent is from Oneida, New York, and is accompanied to the ring by Father Derek. He weighs in at 450 pounds. He's the beast from the Northeast, Brute Van Slyke.
That being said, I don't think Stuart might know what he's in for here.
Yeah, I mean, Brute is definitely more than 200 or 2,544 number two pencils. A few more here. He's got that advantage. He has the experience here in TCW. Multiple time tag team champion, and now under the guidance of a very familiar looking Father Derek.
He does, doesn't he?
He looks familiar.
Not sure I've seen him before, though. Is he trying to convert people here? He's handing out some type of literature. We're going to see the Dark Order later. I've heard they've been recruiting as well. Join darkorder.com. But, yeah, so we've got Brute Van Slyke, 11 years now. He's been traveling up and down the roads. He's been in Japan with the Wrestle One promotion where he was known as Punisher Big Brute. He is a very large man. He's only gotten larger, angrier, and meaner. Now known as the New Metal Roughneck, I've been told.
Well, he loves his new metal, but
this does not sound like new metal.
I didn't hear this on the new metal channel on Sirius XM or whatever. I wasn't listening to it, but yeah, this is going to be interesting here. I mean, Stuart, he got his backpack off. I did have a chance to meet Mr. Snodgrass earlier today.
Seems nice.
Very, very nice, very polite, young-ish man. And do you know how many times he won the spelling bee, John?
How many?
16 times.
Wow.
A 16-time, the true 16-time world champion? But, okay, I don't know if Van Slyke's ever won a spelling bee. I doubt it.
No, this is anything that
unless
happens.
he was like spelling it like when you get like those, I don't know, like SpaghettiOs or those shortbread cookies where you get the different letters.
Yeah.
Maybe he stamps his steaks with letters. I don't know. I know he loves a steak. Wow, and the beast from the Northeast there showing his power, and Stuart looks a little nervous.
I think he's a little out of the depth here. Brute Van Slyke, you mentioned a 3-time 2CW Tag Team Champion. He's met Necro Butcher in 2CW twice, beat him twice. Again, wrestled over in Japan, was part of a stable of Buddha in Japan known as Desperado.
I mean, over the years, Mr. Van Slyke, so many matches here, so many big names he went toe-to-toe with. Raven, D-Generation X, the list goes on and on. And
Steve Carino and Jimmy Jacobs as well, 1 year at Living on the Edge Scum. So, yeah, he's done a little bit of everything here. He looks very big, he looks very angry. He looks very sketchy. Not Stuart, the gentleman you saw before. I wouldn't even buy a used car from up. That worked.
My question, John, is can we find out what's in the backpack? Is there maybe like a juice box he could share?
There could be. I wouldn't mind a juice box right now.
Trapper keeper.
Stuart might need a juice box after that. That was a lot of weight crashing forward on him.
I have a string cheese laying down here.
That sounds pretty good. You're making me hungry now.
All these things from my childhood in the backpack. I need like a reunion, not like a hashtag 2CW reunion. But
I am 2CW? No, not that.
And this intensity from Brute. I mean,
really, do we need this? Really?
said he's had good control in this match already, and now just making it worse for Snodgrass with the interference there from Father Derek.
So, a little bit about Stewart. He actually does have a finishing maneuver. It's called the final exam, but that is the bottom end of Brute Van Slyke right in his face.
I mean, it makes sense, because who enjoys a final exam? Nobody.
It's like going to the dentist, exactly. Nobody likes dentists.
At least there's never been a dentist in wrestling.
If there was, I'd want to put him through a table. I don't think the sweatband is helping here. If anything, it's going to get into Stewart's eyes, and he did not know what he signed up for, I think, when he agreed to this.
But, I mean, all right, so it's a Thursday night, and...
Does he have school tomorrow?
Well, yeah. I mean, is there homework in there?
It could be.
I mean, it is a school night, right?
Yeah.
September 30th, yeah. I mean...
School night, yeah.
All these months been together. I had to look down to see if it was September. Yeah, this is...
What month is it?
I don't know. We're living in a weird era of this world. And I don't know if Stuart Snodgrass knows what era he's living in right now either. But that takes another big shot there from Van Slyke. And, I mean, just a powerhouse in there.
Yeah, I mean, Brute's just toying with him, I think, right now. He knows he's in control. He's very confident. He's come a long way from being that skinny kid in the single and the three-way students match. But he's not going to get the double drop there, though. Well, that's one way to get some offense in, using the ring as a weapon. Stewart's lost the headband, though. That being said, it could be like pulling the strap down. Big double axe handle, but Brute, he's not going anywhere.
He's a little woozy here, though. But, yeah.
Not going to chop the tree down like that, Stewart. One more time, maybe, buddy.
I mean, it's going to take a while. I don't know if he's going to be able to do this.
Hang on. Wait a second. What the heck here? Come on.
Getting control in this. Oh, no!
Take that, Father Derek. Convert that forearm, pal. So Stewart's still got a big task ahead of him.
Oh,
there we go. Cover him.
Shades of recess.
He got him.
Here's your winner, Stewart Snodgrass.
Holy upset.
Simple yet effective. That was the only way that was going to happen. And look at Brute Van Slyke. You can't believe it.
He's going back to his mama's basement with a win here. Does his mom let him listen to Right and Dirty?
Wait, what?
Stewart Snodgrass just won against Brute Van Slyke. Anything can happen here in Binghamton tonight.
And he's blowing kisses to the crowd. Why not? Hopefully he finds his backpack.
Where the hell's the backpack, John? I'm concerned. If he doesn't turn in his homework tomorrow, what's going to happen?
Trades ate it.
Trades ate my homework.
Yeah.
I would love to see a teacher's reaction to that.
So, well, Father Derek's interference did not pay off right there. That's what happens when you trust somebody like that. Is that even a real collar?
That is quite an outfit, though, that Father Derek has going on. And the frustration on the face of Brute Van Slyke that, of course, this is night one of the reunion. And
you
don't want to anger that guy. He's going to be even angrier going into tomorrow now.
He can go have a talk with Slick and be like, what the heck happened?
Yeah, wow.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Anything first from this nation, weighing 300
Well, business is about to pick up here. I think that's the obligatory line. Moose is back in 2CW, the former Syracuse University football player, currently with Impact Wrestling. He looks absolutely like a Greek god. You see him on Twitter lifting plate after plate of weights. Looks fantastic. And listen to the deafening Moose with that arm pump here in Binghamton.
Ever since Moose was announced for the 2CW reunion, I have been waiting and waiting to pump my fist down. However you say that, the arm pump with the Moose, it's here. He's going to be here tomorrow night too, well, really in Syracuse. It's great to see Moose back in a 2CW ring.
He looks fantastic. My goodness.
Competitor number 2, he is from Boston, Massachusetts, and 231 pounds,
Are you kidding me? What a match this is!
Okay, so we've got Moose and Eddie Edwards looking extremely different than the last time we saw him. All decked out now in green, snazzy haircut, multiple championship reigns under his belt with Impact Wrestling. Anything is possible.
Did I hear Bombshell Billy correct that this is a triple threat match? These two guys are in the match. We still have one more to go.
Wait, 1, 2. So I see 2. We need one more then. So Eddie originally here was supposed to take on Sami Callihan, but Sami, unfortunately, an injury, wrestling and an Impact taping, will not be here. So Eddie instead, it's like, okay, you're not going to wrestle Sami, you get to wrestle Moose.
Of course, Moose recently holding the TNA championship in Impact Wrestling. Former Impact Grand Champion. Eddie Edwards, a former Impact World Champion.
What hasn't Eddie Edwards won at this point? He's been the GHC Heavyweight Champion over in Noah as well, the only American-born wrestler to ever hold that title, and every tag title under wrestling, just about. But he looks extremely different, and he wrestles different as well.
I just can't wait to find out who the third guy is. This match is already amazing. Eddie Edwards with so many matches over the years here at 2CW, one of the absolute biggest pieces of the 2CW promotion over the years.
He is from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, the walking wrestling John Alexander!
You've got to be kidding me, John.
Oh my word. So, we've got Moose, we've got Eddie Edwards, and we've got making his 2CW debut, Josh Alexander. Now, before 2CW closed, whenever 2CW on Facebook would ask, who do you want to see? 9 times out of 10, it would be this young man from Canada.
So, former Impact champions we mentioned. Now Josh Alexander comes out, had that amazing title reign with Ethan Page in Impact Wrestling, the tag titles. Just surrendered the X Division Championship. In a few weeks has an opportunity at Bound for Glory to take the Impact World Championship from Christian Cage. This match is happening in the American Legion Post 80 in Binghamton, New York on a Thursday night.
In 2CW.
This is amazing. This is 2CW right here. I can't believe this is awesome. This night can't get any better, John.
So you've got the... Wait, what the hell?
No way! Are you kidding me?
Is that who I think it is?
Oh my God! What?
It's the Party Peacock.
Dalton Castle is here, the former Ring of Honor World Champion. What?
Listen to the crowd. Nobody anticipated this whatsoever. Dalton Castle, we last saw him at 2 sets, taking on Sami Callihan for the 2CW Heavyweight Championship. Likely had 2CW not closed eventually, the glam rock superstar would have won, I think, that title.
Well, 2CW has always had amazing surprises over the years. Again, we thought it was a triple threat match, but Dalton Castle's coming out here now.
Is he going to be in the match? I mean,
he was the final challenger for the 2CW heavyweight title against Sami Callihan back with 2CW Post in 2015. He's gone on to amazing things. We mentioned that huge win in the ROH World Championship. I didn't even think he was allowed to wrestle outside of that company, John. This is like the Forbidden Door is opening here in Binghamton tonight.
The Forbidden Door, never heard of it.
Absolutely amazing. And you can see the look on the face of Moose. They had no idea this was happening.
And they're probably wondering, what in the heck are we going to do here? That says it all. So we've got the Family Feud favorite, Dalton Castle. So I guess apparently this is now a four-way apparently. Oh, hello.
Look at the talent in the ring right now.
So let's see, we've got Moose, who's been a former Impact TNA Grand Champion, was the TNA Heavyweight Champion. Eddie Edwards, multiple-time Impact Champion, both singles and tag. ROH Champion as well. Josh Alexander, #1 contender to the Impact Championship. And Dalton Castle, who's held the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship.
I got places to be!
Dalton Castle's busy. He's so busy, but he made his way to Binghamton.
Well, he's not busy there. He just took a pump kick right in the face from Moose, and I guess this match is underway. I haven't heard a bell, but and all of a sudden we've now got an ankle lock. Look at
the Moose.
Athleticism. He played offensive line in the National Football League. Not a lot of guys that played O-line are going to do that.
Well, you see, this type of match, I mean, it's tough for everybody. Moose had the advantage there, got back to his feet, and then immediately was taking chops from Eddie Edwards. I mean, you've got to be looking everywhere in a match like this. You think you got an advantage on somebody, and immediately you're getting attacked from the other direction.
I believe the hockey term would be head in a swivel.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Dalton Castle, the master of the German.
And we just the amateur wrestling backgrounds of these two. Getting to see these two touch in a ring. I mean, that's a dream for fans of the technical and amateur style.
Eddie Edwards used to be a little bit of a technician. Beautiful overhead belly-to-belly throw. Now more kind of just kind of go out there and grip it for Eddie Edwards. Master formerly of the Achilles lock, now of the Boston Knee Party, as it is known. And the height of that drop kick from Moose.
Unbelievable.
Look at that, the height that man got. Men that are built that way are not supposed to jump that high.
I mean, the drop kick was over that top turnbuckle pad, that really
very
beautiful
easily
turnbuckle pad. I can't imagine doing that.
And now Moose is in the wrong part of town here in Binghamton, not too hard to do. Enziguri into a German suplex, and we get some teamwork between Eddie Edwards and Dalton Castle, two guys who very likely at one time either could have been the 2CW heavyweight champion. Eddie had numerous chances, had some classics with Jay Freddy, Shoe CW in Gloversville. Never forget that one, with a pile of maybe 100 shoes in the ring. A shoe will not deter Josh Alexander, and we know what's coming here. Not that.
Picture perfect suplex there, and another. Josh Alexander holding on.
Why not make it 3 for the guy that calls himself the walking weapon? You don't call yourself that unless you are extremely confident in your abilities. With the singlet, the headgear, no one's wearing headgear, and Josh Alexander confident with that. He brings that intensity, and now Dalton Castle answers with a German of his own.
There was so much for this card that was announced that made this seem like it was going to be the absolute show of the year in the wrestling world. This wasn't even announced.
Dalton Castle's name never came up.
No.
Oh, there's a German suplex for Moose as well.
Look at that intensity.
Fighting spirit from Moose, who played his college football at Syracuse University back in the early 2000s. Started as a true freshman. Eventually would make his way to the National Football League, then trained under the big cat Curtis Hughes down in Georgia.
And just a huge match for Moose here tonight. I know he's looking forward to coming back to Syracuse tomorrow.
Eddie Edwards taking the fight to Moose here. Gets 2.5. So everybody is down here. Eddie right now is in control, I guess if you could call it that. If you pin one guy, you have to worry, though, about the other two. Could we be seeing the Boston Knee Party here?
Yeah, nice scouting there from Josh Alexander. He saw what Eddie Edwards had in mind. Cut him off there. But now, ooh, what an elbow from Castle.
Eddie now with an elbow from the apron. He's going to climb the ropes, and Dalton Castle cuts him off quickly.
And Dalton Castle, he's busy, but he's here, and he does not like to lose. Whether it's in a wrestling ring or it's on Celebrity Family Feud, where he was outstanding on that. But now, look at the strength of Josh Alexander. Unbelievable.
He picked Moose up there. He had a little trouble, but eventually he got him up. Now the knee strike to the back of the head, and my word, what a super kick from Eddie Edwards.
Non-stop action in this contest.
Discus punch.
Just clocked it.
And just like that, Eddie Edwards with a jackknife pin.
Who's your winner?
Wins the four-way.
Eddie Edwards!
Wow. One of 2CW's favorite sons, Eddie Edwards. And again, it seems like we've had a theme of surprises, and the surprise look on Josh Alexander's face like he wasn't expecting that.
No, the same for Dalton Castle was on the outside of the ring and was making his way back to his feet, looked up, and it was over. And I think he thought he maybe had a little more time to recuperate.
Hang on. Well, the match is over. We'll hold the phone here. Just what's going on?
Worlds colliding here in Binghamton.
Are we in some kind of vortex here where all these guys are in the ring together? Not anymore now, but.
Well, to hear the 2CW chants here from the fans in attendance, because you can't pick one guy to cheer for in this match. These fans appreciate all of them.
What was that from Dalton? I guess that's his form of a handshake, I suppose.
He's always been an eccentric one. A little frustration there from the party peacock.
You guys still with us or what? Hell yeah.
And the action just keeps on coming.
The following contest
it is time.
I Quit match. It is a first. Came from Tampa, Florida. 200.
I'm going to be honest. I've been very much looking forward to this particular match since it was announced. You see Jason X, he looks a little bit different. 5 to 6 years of retirement in Florida, that'll do that to you. He comes back here. You saw the comments on Facebook. If you haven't, pause this video, go watch what he says. For him, it is very personal with Jay Freddy. At one point, we saw him literally bring the show to a stop by hanging Freddie from the ceiling at the pastime. They've wrestled in cage matches, street fights, barbed wire matches with a stairway.
And his opponent, he hails from Watertown, New York, weighing 219 pounds,
This is going to be a war. And then already tonight, it's our second match with two former 2CW heavyweight champions battling. We saw it earlier with Skyros and SWB, and now these two, one final battle.
We thought it was over at Dead on Arrival. Freddie beat Axe, said, you know what, I respect you, you've given me some great matches, and Jason Axe would not respect Jay Freddie back. And for 5 to 6 years, he has held that grudge with Jay Freddie. Whether real or perceived, the look on Jason Axe's face in that promo and here in this ring right now says a lot. Freddie's got some intensity. Again, you mentioned both former 2CW heavyweight champions. Jason Axe, the most decorated wrestler in 2CW history. 2CW heavyweight champion, held the belt over 400 days. Two-time 2CW Tag Team Champion, once with Kevin Steen, and a 2CW Grand Prix Champion. He has literally won everything there is to win, and nobody has been on a 2CW show more. Jay Freddie, he has kept wrestling since 2CW. He's been on multiple tours of the Wrestle One promotion in Japan, recently wrestled on AEW Dark. He has everything going for him right now, but he's got one thing left from his past that he needs to accomplish, and that's to beat Jason Axe. This will be their 11th all-time meeting if you're keeping track at home. And Axe has had Freddie's number. He's done everything imaginable to him. And an I Quit match, I kind of shudder to think what in the world that Jason Axe will do. We've seen in 2CW in this building fire, barbed wire, albeit that was Brody Lee carving barbed wire into Jason Axe's head. You get the idea though, Axe was the one that introduced it. And I don't know if Freddie necessarily is ready for this. This is going to be a different type of match.
An I Quit match here in the Madhouse. These two staring right through each other. Jay Freddie has been very active since 2CW closed nearly 6 years ago. We've seen him on AEW. We've seen him all over the independent scene. Of course, obviously, we talked about his travels to Japan. And now against Jason Axe, who may be the most vicious person in a 2CW ring over the years. As they go right to the outside, Jason Axe has not been active.
No.
So you got to see how that factors in here. Very successful in his 2CW run, but we thought that it was it for him at 2 sets when he came out and they had that match at the end of 2 sets that nobody was expecting with Jason Axe and Jimmy Olsen and Spike Dudley. And now we get this match here. I never thought, especially years, we would ever see one more Freddie Axe war, but here we are in 2021 where everything is crazy.
In Binghamton, where they have never met before either, and we got right off to a hot start. There were no headlocks, no head scissors, none of that. Freddie started the cactus clothesline, and now Jason Axe is in his element on the floor where he wants to brawl, where he's going to basically grab anything that's not nailed down, literally, and swing it at Jay Freddie. Speaking of which, good Lord. That was the ring hammer, and he hurt his own hand on the ricochet. And Axe eats the stairs.
And those are heavy, thick, brutal stairs. And now a chair, too.
Not only one, but two. We've seen this in this building before. Jason Axe and Spike Dudley had a wild brawl here where they were a team. The ring filled with chairs. Those are from fans, which we don't want to see, obviously. But Freddie has thrown those in the ring, and things are only going to go downhill from here. Now Jay Freddie literally resorting to biting Jason Axe in the head. Two guys that have been intertwined since 2008 when Jason Axe and Max Bauer attacked cameraman Jay Freddy. Freddy would make his literal debut the following night in a tag team match with Spike and beat Jason Axe. Since then, it's been Jason and Freddy. And Freddy's got one chair, Axe has the other.
Brutal. A lot of steel there crashing into the juggernaut.
No pins, no lateral presses here. It's an I quit match. The winner will make the loser say I quit. And I gotta be honest, I don't know what Freddy's gonna have to do to hear those words come out of the mouth of Jason Axe, the man with a history of violence. The t-shirt says a devil within, and he is channeling right now his inner demons in this fight with Jay Freddy. And those demons, as we have seen, can be very scary. And Freddy wants to end it quickly.
Oh boy.
Blue Thunder onto the chairs.
Painful just to watch, and we're comfortably over here in the corner. Oh.
Keep in mind, Jason
feeling
Axe.
that tomorrow.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Jason Axe, again, you mentioned he's been retired. He doesn't have anything else going on after this, whereas Freddy, he wants to continue his career, maybe get back, to where he's been, and Jason Axe can put a very large kind of stop on that if he puts him out of action. Freddy's livelihood literally is on the line here. If he's injured, he's not wrestling anywhere else for a while.
Nicely done here.
But we've seen Freddy take a beating and survive before. 2CW50, a tremendous match with Davey Richards in Syracuse. Freddy ended up winning, albeit the following month against the American Dragon. Not victorious, and there's a low blow. All is legal. Oh, my God.
First.
Oh. Again, it's an I Quit match, very similar to what we saw the night that Freddy was strapped from the ceiling in Syracuse. It was a last man standing match that literally came to a halt when Jason Axe used something so vile no one knew what to do.
And we'll see if he tries to go to uncomfortable levels here, but
looks like Freddy's busted open, I think.
I mean, the way his head went right first into that steel chair between the turnbuckles.
Oh boy.
Oh. Jay Freddy turning into Jay Red E. A lot of red there.
And
Jason didn't call me out on that terrible pun.
Nah, I was just gonna let that one slide.
It was bad on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Freddy though. I mean, that's what happens sometimes. You see a little crimson, you taste it in your own blood, and that intensity just picks up. I mean, in a way, it can power you as a wrestler to experience that type of situation there. Freddy always looking intense in there, but now he's upset.
Look at the blood flowing freely down his face. But he was charged up. The Japanese influence from the Wrestle One tour, as you saw it, now channeling maybe Muda here with the Crimson Mask after hitting the Dragon Screw and the Shining Wizard. That said, what's he going to have to do to get Jason Axe to say I quit? That said, can he hang out long enough, given the blood loss already that's just pouring out of his forehead, to even be able to get Axe to say I quit? That being said, Axe, for being on the shelf for the last 5 years, looks pretty good.
Oh, he looks great. Tremendous condition.
DDT into the pile of chairs.
Well, and that's the type of situation there where, regardless of who is giving that DDT, it's still going to hurt for both guys. So that's one of those risky maneuvers where you sacrifice a little bit, trying to take control of the match, trying to really wear down your opponent. But how much did that take out of Freddy as well?
He seems like he's got a plan, though, here in this match. Again, a few dating back to 2008. They've wrestled in cage matches up in Watertown. Stairway to Hell, we saw Terry Funk come in for that one. Street fights, you name it. this is it. The last time these two are going to see one another, and now Jason X from that DDT, he is now cut open on the forehead as well. And you can see the referee now has the gloves on to deal with both wrestlers. Hang on, where's Freddie going here? And this isn't Jay Freddie, just to say Freddie normally. What in the hell? They went on
getting even more violent.
Yeah, they went on the stairway to hell in Syracuse. Double knee to the gut from Jason X, and now he's got the barbed wire. That was the piece of victory, one would say, in the stairway to hell, and now Freddie is caught in a crossface. Oh my God, he's getting the crown of thorns from Jason X. Freddie's got a lot of fighting spirit in him. He's not going to give it up. That being said, that the barbs going right into his forehead, and you can see the crimson pouring out of the skin of Jay Freddie.
And you can hear Axe just yelling at Freddie, telling him to quit, but Freddie not giving up here, but he is taking a beating. I mean, the way his forehead is going to be rearranged after this.
What? Oh, no, not again. Somebody's got to stop this. Somebody needs to stop this. That's what I think it is.
There's a line.
So Freddie doesn't even know where Axe is, I don't think. I guess we're going to let this go. So this is truly living on the edge right now. Freddie's having a problem even standing. Axe has the rope, for the lack of a better term. And he's just trying to choke Jay Freddie with it. Oh my God. Again, Freddie being, Freddie hanging on here. Oh, he's got the rope. Freddie slipped out of it. And up and over comes Jason X, and eats a super kick.
Well, very important for Jay Freddie to get himself out of that as soon as possible. Not just for his chances in this contest, but more than that in life in general.
Hang on, he's still got it. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like he's trying to tie Axe's hands here with the rope to make it. Yeah, he's literally trying to tie a knot around the hands of Jason X. What in the world? What is this? So Axe is incapacitated now. Freddie's got the ropes tied around Axe's hands. His wrists are tied. Oh my God! He's whipping it with a barbed wire.
Oh, this is it. Oh boy.
The shirt is there, but the barbs are still going through and hitting Axe in the back. And Axe cannot defend himself. He's got no way of getting out of this here. His hands are tied. I mean, I guess this is legal. Now, the rope thankfully has come off. This, I guess if you call it a match, is continuing. I'd say more so this is a fight, pure and simple, between, I guess, two guys that do not like each other. Freddie said he respected Axe after their last match. And a power bomb onto the chairs. Now Freddie looking for the Scorpion Deathlock. He wants the submission.
Is Axe going to give it up here?
He's very rarely, if ever, said I quit in his 2CW career. I do not see it.
You see the pain on his face.
And the blood continuing to pour from his forehead as well from when he hit the chairs earlier. Well, right now there's blood everywhere. We've got two chairs in the ring. Still there. Death Valley driver onto the chairs. Again, there's no need for a pin. This is an I quit match. And Jason X going deep right now into that devil inside him, just choking Freddie blatantly with the chair, driving it over his windpipe, trying to get Freddie to give it up.
Look, the frustration there from Max, slamming the chair back down. Because both these guys, they don't know what else they have to do to win this contest. Honestly, I don't know if either one of these guys will give up.
What does Jason X have under the ring? It seems like he knows what he's doing. He looked down blatantly. Hang on, he's crawling under the ring. So So that will give Freddie a chance to at least catch a breather here. Hang on, I saw Axe momentarily. What's he get? What? What is that?
Yep.
Oh no.
Did he just lick the tax?
He may have. I think I did see that.
Oh my God.
That must have been about at least 100 tacks dropped in the middle. Okay, yeah, math isn't my strong suit, okay? So we've got a lot of tacks in the middle of the ring.
2,544 tacks in the ring right now. And
oh boy.
Jay Freddie is in trouble.
Axe looking to end it with a Fisherman's Buster, potentially. That was his finisher that won him the 2CW Heavyweight Championship, and there's an enziguri from the young man that made his debut at Living on the Edge, night one, playing a guitar.
What? Oh, God.
Eventually would become the main event, then the Juggernaut. And there are lots of tacks in the middle of the ring, and where is Jason Axe going with Jay Freddie perched on the top rope? This does not bode well.
He's trying to get him. I mean, it's very tough to even keep your own balance up there.
It's a long
trying to get control here, but can Freddie power out?
He's using his skull as a weapon right now with those Ishii-like headbutts.
Oh boy.
This is not going to end well for either man, regardless who gets suplexed or power bomb. Into the tacks goes Jason Axe. And he is a human pincushion in Binghamton. But that said, look at the pain on Jay Freddie's face, screaming in agony as the tacks went into his back as well. A Pyrrhic victory on that suplex. I think the adrenaline on Freddie from the initial part of getting busted open may have just worn off with that superplex. And right now both men are in extreme pain, trying to make the other say, I quit.
Freddie here with a lot left in the tank, throwing those forearms back and forth.
Good heavens, a spine buster. Freddie back first, exposed into the thumbtacks all over his back. The sharp points driving into his skin. And now Jason Axe is bringing that cord back into the ring, the rope if you will. And wrapping it around the throat of Jay Freddie.
This is a mess. There are blood and tacks everywhere.
And it's boiled right now to a choke. He's trying to put him face first into the tacks. Freddie, for the love of God, fight it. Trying to drive his face first, his nose, his eyes, his mouth into the tacks. Also just simply choking Freddie with the rope, just bringing the life out of it. Referee's right in there checking. The blood, you can see it from Axe's head pouring on the back of Jay Freddie. That might be from the tacks as well. Freddie might be out here. His eyes look like they're shut. We may want to think about this, yeah.
That's a good call.
All right, break the hold, that's it.
Well, Jason Axe gets a huge victory here in this war renewed. But
the winner of this
Jay Freddie didn't quit.
Jason Axe.
Hats off to both of these men. That was an absolute war. And it is Jason Axe who gets his arm raised here tonight in Binghamton. And his first wrestling match in nearly 6 years. And I have a lot of concern here for Jay Freddie as he's being checked on.
Look at that. That tells the picture. Well, not that, really. The look on Jason Axe's face right there tells the story. The blood pouring still from his forehead. But you're right, Freddie didn't give up. He did not quit. He literally passed out from being choked by Jason Axe with that rope around his windpipe. And we may need a little bit more assistance in here for the ring for Jay Freddie.
Well, they're helping him up, and the appreciation here for Freddie and what he's done here.
I give him a heck of a lot of credit. He did not shy away from the violence one bit. Jason Axe wanted to play with fire. Jay Freddie fought right back with him, even introducing at one point the barbed wire.
Look at all those tacks that are still stuck in Jay Freddie. And he is scheduled to compete tomorrow night in Syracuse, but how? There's no way he's going to be able to wrestle tomorrow night after that.
No. I would be very surprised if he were to wrestle tomorrow night.
How's he on his feet right now? I mean, granted, he's got the rope kind of helping him stay up, but wow. And there's going to be some serious work here to clean this match up. Wow, what a war.
And he can barely walk right now. My goodness. And you can see, look, you can see the back as he stumbled there a little bit. The tack's still stuck in his lower back, just hanging on. Those jagged points still in it.
The following contest is a special six-man tag team attraction. Referee in the ring at this time is Jason Massey. Team number 1 represents the House of Saud. They are the Golden Ayatollah, Binghamton, and his hackers.
Well, it would not be a living on the edge without Binghamton. As much as I think everybody probably hates this guy, he has been around 2CW for some time, and he always seems to have somebody with him.
Your law, get it right. 9'11", 911 pounds. It's Halleen's Hackers beat Dirty Bomb Disorder. And my newest addition, Shiite Suicide Suite. Look at them. Look at that chest hair. Look at that patch. Now that's a man, ladies. That's a man. Yes. I see all you stupid morons back there. I canceled your show twice because it's too easy for me. And now I have to say, it's not angry Halloween, it's happy Halloween. Because I have to thank all of you. I'm so excited to be here tonight. Yes. I want to thank you for all of your losses in Afghanistan. Thank you for the tanks, the Black Hawks, the illegal CIA money, Yeah, how's USA working out for you, moron? I want to thank you for electing a moron president who can't even wipe his own ass. And I want to thank you for pumping more vaccines into your veins while you sit at home, shove more shit into your mouths, and kill yourselves slowly, infidels. Thank you very much for that. So hear me now. I wish I could say it's good to be back in Binghamton, but no one would ever say that. Because you're all older, fatter, balder, more addicted to methamphetamines, and need a 12-step program for your alcoholism. You old moron. Yes, the boo is on you, not on me. I am victorious. Too easy. So bring out any piece of trash from Binghamton and sacrifice them at the boots of Hacker Hameen.
Why do we give him the microphone? So we're back, 2CW living on the edge, 11 here in Binghamton. Looks like we've got six-man tag team action. Binghamton
And their opponent,
Petey Order,
the
they're
team
still
of
friends after all this stuff.
Austin Hope and the Beast.
What would a 2CW show be without a little six-man tag action here?
Why not a six-man tag? Absolutely, we love those here. And we've got Austin Hope, we've got Axel Lennox, and we've got one very large man with them, who's gone by many faces, many names here in 2CW.
He is the Beast. The Beast, Austin Hope, Axel Lennox taking on Bin Hameen, Pete Dirty Bomb Order, and Rob Suicide, a newcomer here to Hameen's group of hackers, just despicable actions. It's great to see, though, that we were able to see the Beast break away from the mind control from the awful Bin Hameen.
Yeah, that was at 2CW2 sets when the Beast actually teamed with Jack Trades. That's not a misprint. That actually happened. And they beat Hameen and Pete. Pete, though, still a little bit brainwashed. And how does Hameen have more associates every time we see him?
The recruiting is unfortunately still going on. Bin Hameen has not been shut down yet, but everybody keeping a close eye on him.
Well, I guess here we go. We've got the six-man tag team action. Bin Hameen not known for his wrestling, so it's going to be Petey Order that's going to start. Perhaps part of one of my all-time favorite 2CW tag teams, Law and Order. Who could forget those vignettes?
Super complicated justice. But now, it's sad to see what happened to him falling under basically the brainwashing of Bin Hameen as Axel Lennox gives a nice boot to his face.
Petey Order, a longtime 2CW wrestler, has been around some time in this six-man action, tag team wrestler, six-man guy. We've seen him in some singles matches as well as he eats an elbow from Axel Lennox, who I don't believe we've seen a lot of, and he makes a tag into Austin Hope, who we've seen some of. Exciting young wrestler. And there's a seated lariat from Austin Hope. And teamwork makes the dream work, Rob.
Shades of Dr. Luther there, using a partner as a weapon. As now Hope will tag in the Beast.
Former tag team partners with Petey Order as part of Hameen's Hackers. And remember way back when Ben Hameen, when he debuted, hacked the actual 2CW website.
This is quite the 2CW throwback here with these two in the ring against each other. And you can see every chance Beast has given words to Bin Hameen. He does not care for him whatsoever.
I don't think anybody here cares for him, to be honest.
No,
the fans certainly don't either, and he is letting Bin Hameen have it. And just look at those chops a moment ago, though, just rearing back and hammering Petey Order right in the chest, trying to take his breath away. And There you go. Give another $5 face slap to Hamid.
Oh boy. And the referee did not see that. The use of the flagpole.
Quickly, the tide has turned, and now Binghamton wants to come in. And there's the tag. What a despicable human being he is. I'm sorry, he is.
I mean, he's always been a greasy one. The way that he's been able to get people under his power and do the dirty work for him. And so many have tried to defeat him, to get him out of 2CW over the years. And Binghamton just keeps coming back.
And back.
Just keeps coming back. He's a damn boomerang.
He's like a virus.
Yeah.
So Beast is in trouble here. He's in the wrong area. The Hamid's Hackers team is essentially cut off the ring, textbook tag team wrestling. As much as I hate to say it, Hamid actually does have some very good training experience, trained back in OVW before coming here to 2CW.
It's really nice that the Beast was able to see his ways. Former Eric M. Timmons, able to step away from Binghamton.
Oh boy, oh my. So the Beast has an opening. He's got to make a tag here, though.
Beast back into the corner, and okay. There were tags, but now we got everybody inside the ring.
And that did not work out in Austin Hope or Axel Lennox's favor there. And the tie has once again quickly turned back to the Hamid's Hackers team in this six-man tag. I'd say that was the meeting of the minds, but there's not really any mind there, and a huge cutter from Axel Lennox.
Feel the bang.
Austin Hope, jumping Superman punch on Hamid. And now the big boot in the corner.
Lennox and Beast and Hope really taking control here.
Some people pay good money for that.
Oh boy.
But not that.
That's got to be it. Big victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, here
as Austin Hope hits the pinfall.
Of Axel Lennox, Austin Hope, and the Bruce.
Any day Binghamton loses, that's a good day. And it's a good day today. And
a little bit of revenge there for the Beast. And maybe, finally, Binghamton will decide that we don't want to listen to his garbage anymore.
No. Why do we even give him the microphone? I still have not figured that out. Now let's take out the trash. That's right, Pete. Whoa, hey, oh.
Alright, here we go. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Grass City, Connecticut, Mercedes Martinez!
Rob, I said earlier that with Jay Freddy, Jason X, one of the matches I'm looking forward to. This one probably right up there tied with it. This is going to be an absolute classic. This could be a main event anywhere in the country right now. And we're having it here tonight. Mercedes Martinez, one of the most respected veteran wrestlers out there.
Without question. It is great to see Mercedes back in a 2CW ring, and a big test for here tonight.
And her opponent, she hails from Hackettstown, New Jersey. She is the Ringers champion. She is the current Impact Wrestling Knockouts champion. She is the Queen of Queens, the virtuoso Diana Purrazzo.
The virtuosa herself.
With a whole lot of gold on her shoulders here. The AAA Reina de Reinas Championship, the Impact Knockouts Championship here in the Madhouse in Binghamton. And this is going to be awesome. These two, mentioned Mercedes Martinez, of decades of being on top in women's wrestling. Diana Purrazzo has exploded in recent years, and certainly, if not one of the biggest names in all of wrestling right now. You can see all of that hardware on her shoulders. This is going to be great. And the chance for 2CW making this happen.
So we're here in Binghamton. We've had the Girls Grand Prix, both 1 and 2 in this building. We've always had great women's matches, and this one, my goodness, this is going to be fantastic. These two have only met a handful of times before. They haven't wrestled in 3 years. Diana's never beaten Mercedes either. Mercedes has always found a way outside the Fujiwara armbar to find a way to win. That being said, 3 years is a long time. I am just completely ready for this.
The bell has rung. The anticipation is here. You can tell on social media both these two very excited about the match as well as they lock up in the center of the ring.
Two very good technical wrestlers. Diana a little bit better, I would say, right now in terms of breaking down the arm, looking for the Fujiwara armbar submission. Mercedes can wrestle, but also a very gifted striker, hits very hard, probably one of the hardest hitters in women's wrestling in terms of her chops and strikes. And Diana right now just making it look very easy, just kind of coiling around like a snake to grab that hammerlock. And a drop toe hold of Mercedes quickly on top. 20 plus years Mercedes has been doing this. Making her debut back in the early 2000s. She's wrestled in every major women's promotion that you can think of, won titles everywhere. You mentioned earlier this week, part of the longest women's wrestling match ever, 75 minutes. She's done a couple of 70-minute matches. She can go like Rich Swann all night long.
And a matchup here, you mentioned, over 20 years of experience for Mercedes. Diana just 27 years of age. And what she has accomplished in recent years is absolutely gigantic. Especially, I would say, in the past year or so, transitioning companies, immediately taking over that Impact women's division, becoming the Knockouts champion, a dominant reign there. We've seen her pop up in NWA. Of course, she'll be back in Mexico again next weekend with AAA. All over the world is Diana Purrazzo, the virtuosa here, as she tries to take control of Mercedes Martinez here in the ring.
Diana, just the second American-born woman to win the AAA Reina de Reyes Championship, and there was nothing technical about that. That drew it out from the crowd with that strike, and Mercedes has had enough wrestling.
That's just the veteran smarts there. Mercedes finding a way to kind of wiggle out, get out, and a big shot to the face there from Martinez.
Beautiful suplex.
And still right back to work with another one. Unbelievable here.
Almost a version of what Mercedes calls the Three Amigas. Looking for a trio of butterfly suplexes. He turned it into a buster. And a kick out from Diana. has held the Impact Women's Championship, or the Impact Knockouts Championship, multiple times, more than 400 days for her reign. The second longest time with that championship in that company's history. More than 400 days, Knockouts champion, and you mentioned she's only 27.
And Mercedes has had quite the journey. Obviously, a lot of accomplishments over the years in Shimmer. We saw her make her way to the WWE. I was in attendance in Houston when she made her surprise entrance at the Royal Rumble, just seeing the reaction. It was that awesome moment where
the Joker,
so deserved to get that opportunity after decades of driving the roads, putting in the work, having these incredible matches all over the world, and now returns to 2CW. 2CW's first show in almost 6 years. She's back in the ring here and going up against one of the best in the world. Of course, Mercedes Martinez will be in action tomorrow night in Syracuse as well.
Another dream match.
Against Thunder Rosa. So the action this weekend is just incredible here in 2CW, including in the women's division.
But we're seeing right now Deonna go to work on the arm. That's her game. That's what she does. She breaks the arm down. Mercedes has had a history of injury problems with that shoulder. Deonna knows that very well. She works the shoulder very well, wants to get the submission. But again, Deonna's never beaten Mercedes in a one-on-one match. They've wrestled in multiple different companies, last in Rise again more than 3 years ago.
And that's the thing is, I mean, John, those 3 years, so much has happened in their lives, in their careers, in their workplaces, that it's got to feel completely different now. It's not like they, were on the independents during those same times. They were in, different places, everything, and I just, you bring that experience back, and maybe you feel like you know your opponent because you've been in the ring with them before, but they could bring something totally new to the table this time around. In that 3 years of time, both stepping up their games here. And I have no idea how to predict who's going to win this contest, but I'm certainly enjoying it.
And Deonna now using Mercedes' own arms to choke herself with a stranglehold, putting all the pressure on the neck right now, and also putting pressure on the shoulders as well by the way she's curling the arms, just again setting up either for the Fujiwara armbar or the double Fujiwara armbar, both of which Deonna can use for victory.
The intensity here for Mercedes, but Deonna came right back. A lot of intensity from these two.
Mercedes wisely keeping the shoulder up there. It looked like that was almost a pinning predicament, but Mercedes wisely kept that left shoulder up, didn't allow the shoulder blade to get down. And now Deonna's going to tangle up the arm, looking to put more pressure on it. He's already worked over that arm a little bit. Just continuing to work on it as we move along here. Now Deonna reaching out for arm control on the second arm.
Well, it's smart there too because she's got Mercedes tied up, and then you can see those extra shots. Not just the hold there, but also a little bit of a beating there. The shots to the back of Mercedes and trying to hold on here and keep control. But again, Mercedes doing everything she can to kind of get out of these maneuvers. That veteran instinct here. Deonna still holding on with control.
Again, just grabbing that arm, wrenching at it, trying to put the pressure on that shoulder, which is the focal point of the Fujiwara armbar. Mercedes, great to have her back in 2CW as part of 2CW's very first Girls Grand Prix. Made it to the semifinals before falling to Sarah Del Rey. But we've seen her a couple of times over the years here. But right now she is in a world of pain as Deonna continuing to work over the arm, now using the bottom rope as a weapon, twisting that elbow around it.
That's smart. I mean, anything that you have at your disposal, as long as you break that by the count of 5, it's legal. And Deonna here continuing the big shots. I mean, Mercedes, the taller of the two, she's got a whole lot of power and calls herself rugged and thugged. The Brass City OG, I mean, certainly a hard hitter, as you can see with that back elbow as well, but Deonna right into that ring post.
Shoulder first into the ring post after Deonna put in some pretty solid strikes. She's not known for her striking, more so a submission type wrestler. But Mercedes finding an opening, getting out of the way as Deonna came in. And now you've got two wrestlers each in pain in the shoulder area. Mercedes, in terms of finishers, not a submission type wrestler. She does have a surfboard in her arsenal, but more so has a fisherman's buster that if she hits that, it's good night, Irene.
Dueling chants here at the Legion. The fans are split. I know they all appreciate both of these two wrestlers. And ooh, a knee right there to the chin on the first strike. Continuing to beat the face there. And it's that hard hitting from Mercedes. That could be it right there. Deanna says no.
3 straight knee strikes followed by a seated DDT. Well, not really a seated, more a kneeling DDT, but Mercedes is still feeling the pain in the shoulder. You can see her kind of using more of her right arm than her left arm. The left arm's the one that's been worked over. Now Mercedes wants to end it, looking for that fisherman's buster. Quick Russian leg sweep now. Deanna into the Fujiwara armbar. Deanna's got it locked in deep in the middle of the ring, but Mercedes quickly wriggles out of it. Well scouted. And a quick mafia kick to halt any momentum.
Well, yeah, that's a smart move by Deanna to immediately send Mercedes back down to the mat there and try to hold on to control this contest. Now, wait a minute, what does Deanna have? Taking a seat here on the top turnbuckle. And, oh, wait a minute. Now, Mercedes on the outside.
This is not going to end well.
Dangerous positioning here for really both of them.
Right.
Those heavy shots back and forth.
Those right elbow strikes to the temple. And then an enziguri, and Deanna, look at the look on her face. Oh. And another big right hand from Mercedes.
That just echoed throughout the madhouse. Nicely done.
That might be it.
Just barely getting out.
The 2 15/16 right there after that twisting neck breaker off the top. Deanna's a champion for a reason. She finds a way to win. She finds a way to kick out. But right now, Mercedes, the veteran, using that wealth of experience at her disposal into the fireman's carry.
Showing that quickness again. Oh boy.
And driving down again. Look at the ring positioning right into the middle of the ring with a Fujiwara armbar. Again, Mercedes rolls through out of it, but Deanna's bringing her right back into the middle. She was ready for it. And look at the torque on that shoulder, and that's it.
The winner of this match, Deanna Purrazzo.
That is a huge victory for the Virtuosa here in Binghamton tonight. I think it's one of the best women's wrestlers of all time, and more success here for Deanna. And again, what you mentioned there, I mean, able to roll back from the corner, not allow Mercedes to break that hold. Very smart ring presence there from Purrazzo.
She's called the Virtuosa for a reason. Knowing that was going to happen, she saw Mercedes get out of it the first time and said, okay, what do I have to do to prevent that? And that's exactly what she did, immediately to the middle of the ring and immediately torqued down that shoulder. Mercedes had no chance to get out of it, and it's best to tap out immediately to forego any kind of longer-term damage because she's got to wrestle tomorrow night.
Well, great to see these two renew what I gotta believe is more of a rivalry going forward. Here, more opportunities for them to meet in the ring, and it's been 3 years, as you mentioned. That was an incredible match, and would love to see more of those two against each other. Just a great match here at Living on the Edge 11.
Referee for this contest is Jason Massey, and it's a special stipulation match. You heard the challenge was accepted earlier this evening. For contestant number 1, none of the rules in this match apply. For contestant number 2, all of the rules in this match apply. And with that in mind, contestant number 1 hails from Rochester, New York, and weighs in at 205 pounds. He is your captain, Nick Endo!
Well, hopefully we won't have a 3-hour tour for Nick Endo to get to the ring after his epic voyage around the building here in Binghamton at the beginning of the night. But we've got what is the most successful 2CW heavyweight champion ever. 16 total defenses. Held the title for the longest that anybody has held it in terms of sheer number of defenses. No longer the champion, but still the captain in people's hearts.
Of course, we saw these two out earlier. The match was accepted. Of course, the stipulation put in place, and the crowd is very split on these two. And now, well, maybe we're not getting it now. I feel like I've seen Captain Nick Endo walk in through the curtain and back behind the curtain a few times tonight and in general. Well, okay.
Here we go again.
Take two.
From Rochester.
Oh, hey, it's Sean Carr. So I guess that's the end of the 3-hour tour with a chair to the back. The match technically hasn't started yet. Sean Carr can be disqualified. Nick Endo cannot. And I guess, are we underway? I haven't heard a bell.
No, yeah, because he's still got that chair. They got to get in the ring.
So they got in the ring, yeah.
This is smart by Sean Carr.
And Sean Carr he's got a reason to be angry. He very well could have won the 2CW Heavyweight Championship from Nick Endo. He nearly did in this building in a ladder match. He had the championship in his hands but dropped it while standing on top of the ladder. Nick Endo then grabbed it, was declared the winner. They would then meet again in a TLC match, and Endo powerbombed Carr through a table to end that. And Sean Carr, still all these years later, angry with the fact that he could never beat Nick Endo for the 2CW Heavyweight Championship. He's got scars from the ladder match on his forehead. He still thinks about those when he plays with his kids. So he has been waiting, much like all of us, for this reunion, and a chair shot right to the knee of the captain.
Oh, that's brutal. When do you see a knee just sandwiched between steel steps and a steel chair like that? Ouch.
Again, we just want to reiterate, we haven't had a bell to start the match, so what Sean Carr is doing, well, now he's got the chair in the ring, so...
Now, wait a minute.
I think it's dawning on him what's going on. He's like, wait a second. Can't use that anymore. We had about a 50-50 crowd earlier between cheering, and there's finally the bell, so Sean Carr sure enough realized that he could not use that chair. As in a building where Sean Carr has been the mayor, if you will, just about. Fans have absolutely loved him. He's wrestled big names here, Demolition, Matt Hardy, you name them. But here tonight, the crowd a little bit more supportive of the captain, Nick Endo, who finds himself right now on the poop deck, as Sean Carr literally dropping an elbow on that knee, which he slammed with a steel chair earlier.
I don't think you can say that. We're going to get taken off the air.
What's that? The deck?
Yeah. Is he really the mayor of Binghamton?
Not really, no.
I mean, it's probably possible in this time.
Ask Matt Hardy that, though, from their match here. May have sounded like it. But right now, he is showing a vicious side that I don't think I've seen before. Much like we saw Studley Steve earlier with a bit of a change of heart, Sean Carr, he's just very angry towards Nick Endo, and right now getting a lot of that anger out.
Well, there's that split crowd again here at the Legion.
And Nick Endo wisely going to the eyes. He cannot be disqualified in this match, so he can do whatever he wants. Whereas Sean Carr, if he goes outside the rules, that's the end of the match. Nick Endo, the captain by hook or by crook, held the 2CW Heavyweight Championship nearly the entire final year of 2CW before losing it, then winning it back. And then eventually would lose it to Michael Christopher when he lost the title the final time in an open challenge. And then we did not see him in 2 sets as he was out of action with an injury.
kind of limping his way to the corner there. He's got to still be feeling that the steel chair with the ring steps, but still holding on to that knee, but he was able to get Carr up and over.
That might not have been the wisest idea with a bad knee, is that you're taking Sean Carr up, throwing him over your shoulder, but you're putting your weight on your knees to lift him, and the charge into the corner, and the captain nearly went overboard.
I see what you did there.
The crowd isn't really sure what to do. We've got some fans telling Sean Carr he's number one, and their guy right there, you see him at the bottom of the screen with a double thumbs down. And again, just the viciousness of Sean Carr, who eventually would win the 2CW Heavyweight Championship, winning it in this building, pinning Jason Axe. Carr, a multi-time champion in 2CW, a tag team champion, main event at a pay-per-view in this building, 2CW Heavyweight Champion before his dreams came crashing down when the lights went out in Watertown on November the 29th, when the Death Machine emerged from the shadows.
Unfortunately, the Death Machine, Sami Callihan, not able to be in action here this weekend. This last weekend suffering a bad ankle injury, so we send our best to him. Down to 2 there for Carr. Yeah, Sean Carr really rose the ranks here in 2CW, and all that time as a tag team wrestler, but then just broke out in the singles division, going all the way to the top. And this is a lot here. He's had his battles with Ando, but in this town, this is a lot of pride on the line here for Sean Carr. And obviously, you can hear the reactions, and some of the fans aren't thrilled with some of the things he said or his actions and things like that. But when you're in your hometown, it's a different feeling. There's that extra motivation. Quite honestly, you don't want to be embarrassed in your hometown. You want to pick up the win, and by any means necessary. The problem is that Sean Carr really at this disadvantage here in this match, and this one-sided stipulation, kind of the skipper's stipulation, if you will, here. And you see Ando's face starting to get red here from that wrenching of Carr around the neck. Headlock. A rowdy atmosphere here in Binghamton, New York.
As it always is.
Yeah, it feels like we stepped back in time here with this hashtag 2CW reunion.
Yeah.
And it feels right back like the good old days here. The place is packed.
Where's the leg?
That is a good question.
We do have a Viking helmet, though.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So Sean Carr, earlier in his career, a big high flyer, but the water out of the pool on that moonsault attempt, and Nick Ando has some life here. That being said, how much does the knee have left in it before it gives out?
Yeah, he's got to be careful with his strategy here. Trying to get himself back to his feet, but again, trying to get most of his weight on the other leg, and right there, you can see Ando unable to stay up. That was such a vicious shot, and that again was before the match even started.
That might have been a little subterfuge, though, as he immediately gets up and rakes the eyes of Sean Carr. That might have been a ploy to get Carr to come in. Oh no! Slingshot drop kick through the ropes, and the captain is going underneath the ring. Again, he cannot be disqualified here. This is legal.
Wow. Big shot there to the back.
These two met 3 times in the 2CW Heavyweight Championship, once in a straight singles match in this building, another time in a ladder match, and then the feud, I guess, would say ended at Living on the Edge 10 in a TLC match, and there's the leg.
There it is. When you said that, I thought, are we really not going to see it tonight? There it is. We have officially stepped back in time. Use the leg, Chan is back, and he does.
Oh my, using it as a baseball bat. And the forward leg sweep.
Oh, Sean Carr able to kick out. The hybrid staying in this.
It feels like the crowd not even, or might be for Nick Ando more than he brought the leg out and introduced it into this matchup. We've seen it multiple times here. But will his knee hold out? Will it allow him to do the harpoon, which is his finisher, a big spear? Drop kick, Sean Carr nowhere to go in the corner.
And now what does he have? I mean, this is risky here. I mean, he could barely stand on the mat. And Ando climbing the turnbuckles here.
Look at the pain in his face as he climbs. You can tell it's the knee clearly bothering him right now.
And Sean Carr saw it coming. The risk does not pay off there for the captain. Your captain. Frustration here from Carr, but
he's a little more worried with the crowd right now than wrestling Nick Ando.
Nicely done. That textbook moonsault from Carr. Another close call in this one.
Sean Carr's won many a match with that particular sequence, the fireman's carry, then the second rope moonsault. And it's got to be in his head at this point. He's got to be wondering, what do I need to do to beat Nick Ando? Because I've done ladders, I've done chairs, I've smashed his knee with a steel chair. How do I beat him? It's a lot of it's psychological and a pop-up powerbomb. And again, Ando finds a way out the back door.
What a contest this is here. And again, this feels a lot like what we saw earlier with Jason Axe and Jay Freddy. I mean, a long-time rivalry, and rivalry renewed after all of this time. You get one more shot against a big-time foe, a huge rival from earlier in your career. You don't want to lose that. I mean, if you've ever felt like you have to pick up the win, it is here tonight.
Yeah. This is it. There's no tomorrow. Well, there's a tomorrow, but there's not. We have one more show. That being said, after that, this is it. And clearly, right now, the mental game is not on the side of Sean Carr, as he's become a little bit too worried with the crowd here. Now they're going to slug it out right in the middle of the ring. Just rocking one another with shots, and by hook or by crook, the captain goes to the eyes, but he eats a super kick right in the mush.
That hurt my mouth. Oh my God!
And a second one.
Pinpoint accuracy there from Sean Carr.
Yeah. Looking to end it. The captain is kind of hanging out for dear life here.
Oh, and again,
the knee gave out.
And the smile on the face from Sean Carr, seeing it. That's got to be it.
Oh my goodness.
You can see the glazed eyes there of Ando. Count it. What? You've got to be kidding me.
On pure instinct alone, Nick Ando kicking out. He may have just heard the slaps of the mat there, as his eyes clearly were in the back of his head after that super kick. You don't hold the 2CW Heavyweight Championship and defend it 16 times without having a bag of tricks and a big reserve well to kick out. And right there, Nick Ando just went to that. And there's another in his bag of tricks. Now an inside cradle.
I got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match is your captain, Nick Ando.
And Rob, history repeats itself as some way, somehow, Nick Ando finds a way to wriggle out a victory. He did it for the longest time as the 2CW Heavyweight Champion, beating a litany of opponents, and he does it once again to Sean Carr.
What a battle here. The captain wins the match that was in his advantage. A big, big victory here. as basically the road team. The Rochester native picks up the win in Binghamton here against Mr. Binghamton, Sean Carr.
And it's a captain's hat. What do you know?
Clapping him up. What? That's some sportsmanship. Sean Carr visibly frustrated after picking up that loss.
I mean, you think about it though, he's been waiting for this for 6 years.
I don't think he's been shaking.
I don't know, he's thinking about it.
Wow, what a moment here. Oh.
Nick Ando knew it was coming. There's the harpoon. And the captain throws Sean Carr off the plank. And he continues his reign of supremacy over the hometown. Well, I don't know favorite tonight, but he finds a way to win.
Almost thought we were going to have a nice happy ending to this feud there, but nope.
Now, go down the road from that, pal.
I'm not touching that one.
The captain has his crew. They absolutely love him. They have loved him since the moment he came bursting through that curtain at 99 Problems in that multi-man match on pay-per-view.
You ready? We got one more for you. It's a special tag team attraction. Team number 1 hails from the future. They weigh in at a combined weight of 365 pounds. The team of Colin Delaney and Huge to infinity and beyond.
Main event time here in Binghamton. And this is going to be one that you want to watch. Buckle your seatbelt in. This could main event anywhere in the country. It's main eventing tonight. Colin Delaney and Cheech are going to get their chance in the tag team spotlight. They had it late in 2CW's run and never able to unseat Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. They'll take on a Team Rob that never lost the 2CW Heavyweight Tag Team Championships in the Dark Order, who we'll see in just a moment. But I got to be honest, it's 6 years out, but Colin and Cheech look fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, they have been all over the roads in recent years, accomplishing so much. Saw them wrestle just last night in the Blue Cross Arena in Rochester for AEW, and they are here tonight to take on the Dark Order, the former Super Smash Brothers, as we knew them at that point. And this is a meeting here where we're going to have the most accomplished tag team wrestlers in this company's history
tonight. And they
back in the ring at the same time. A little bit of different combination on the one side.
Of Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, the Dark Order.
Seven title defenses back in 2012 for the Dark Order, then known as the Super Smash Brothers. They won the 2CW Tag Team Championships in this building in 2CW number 75 and never lost them. Due to unfortunate circumstances, eventually they would be stripped of the championships, but they never lost the titles. Again, then known as the Super Smash Brothers. Colin Delaney, of course, was a tag team partner with Jimmy Olsen, the Olsen twins, longest reigning 2CW tag team champions ever. Cheech was part of Up in Smoke, the first ever 2CW tag team champions.
Well, you hear the loud Brody chants here, the late great Brody Lee, the founder of the Dark Order, and certainly someone who all four of these men knew so well. They loved him, they traveled the roads with him. This is an awesome way to close out the first 2CW show in nearly 6 years. These guys know each other so well, but it's been so long since they've met in the ring here, as it's going to be Stu Grayson. We've known him as Dose, we've known him as Stupefied, going one-on-one here for right now in this tag team match with Colin Delaney, sporting the blonde look here tonight. To infinity and beyond, the tag team, him and Cheech. They've held gold. They have really found that cohesion. They've worked so well together, and big test. A lot of pride on the line for both these teams. This drop kick there from Grayson.
Colin Delaney making his 2CW debut actually in a tag team with Brody Lee back in Syracuse way back when. Brody at the time was wearing a singlet and some tassels on his boots.
Yeah, and it's no secret, we've talked about it, you know, these reunion shows are happening with a whole lot of credit for that going to Brody Lee, who insisted that there would be a reunion, and it's so unfortunate and tragic that he's not here with us for this, but certainly everybody thinking about him a lot tonight and this week. Overall, of course, AEW was in Rochester last night in his hometown. It's an incredible reaction. His wife, Amanda, getting the Dark Order reunited. And so Uno and Stu fully on the same page here tonight in this huge final contest of the evening. You can see the fact that we're seeing this match in a 2CW ring in 2021. We haven't seen the former Super Smash Brothers, the SSB, the Dark Order, since 2012 in 2CW.
9 years, yep.
I mean, they were not able to defend the titles anymore. You have to be able to travel to the shows, and when you're restricted from doing so, you know, it was like one of those goodbyes that you don't get or something, and it's just so great to see that, you know, everything that they've accomplished here in recent years. So great to see them back in this ring. Of course, you mentioned, you know, Colin Delaney, the former Colin Olsen, all the success with Jimmy Olsen, who certainly had a little bit of an attitude change over time in his tenure in 2CW, former 2CW heavyweight champion, and you know, now Colin teaming with Cheech, who had a lot of success, including here in 2CW with Cloudy back in the day. Up in Smoke, big part of that early tag division here in 2CW. Quickness here from Uno. Just a power from Stu Grayson. In incredible shape as always. And
wait a second. I think he's gotten control. We've calmed down for just a moment. Little handshake, so some respect being shown. These guys all, as you've said, know each other oh so well.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen all four of them tweet quite a bit about this match going into it. They've all been looking forward to it. They've known each other for so long. This was the first match announced for this show, and the internet just went ablaze as soon as it was announced, and it's so great to see it happening here. Of course, these shows have been delayed. We We've been through so much in the past year and a half. Now we're here. The show's finally happening. This match is happening. This is awesome.
Incredible knee strike there from Cheech just out of nowhere. We've seen him have some epics here in 2CW, not only in the tag team division, but also in singles. Probably, I think, the best we've seen him against AJ Styles in Rome. But as a tag team wrestler, he and Colin, they have looked terrific where they've been teaming pretty much since 2CW ended. And a big back suplex and a cover. I don't think we're going to see a lot more respect, though, as this match goes along. I think it's going to break down because these guys want to win. They like each other. They're friends. They're here to represent Brody, but at the same time, in the end, someone's going to get their hand raised at the end of the night. And that's going to take over.
And it's amazing when you look at the four guys in this match, how much combined experience there is with these four. Yet they're all still young men and still have so much more to go in their careers, even with the decades and decades of experience here. And oh boy, Colin going for a ride.
Big delayed German suplex on from Evil Uno, who was not always evil.
He was more of a video game fan, a player Uno back in the day, and a little more serious, obviously, these days.
Just a bit.
And everything he learned from under the leadership of Mr. Brody Lee. And since then, now, of course, we've seen Brody's oldest son, -1, going to take control of the Dark Order as well, which has been great to see. And his friendships with Uno and Stu and the rest of the group. Wow. Stu Grayson just perfectly launching himself over that top rope, coming down on the apron. Beautiful maneuver there by the French Canadian. As Uno tags himself in.
And now the momentum in this match clearly on the side of the Dark Order. And Collins trying to fight himself out of the corner. And my goodness on that chop. And Collins just completely walking away from it.
Rally. Taking the pain, and it's almost like it's motivating here. And now he gets knocked down to the mat.
That one took a lot of starch out of him. And a blind tag. And some more combined offense here. Hang on a second. Uno and Stu are arguing. Now finally they get on the same page. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Join darkorder.com.
Claws have been up here in Binghamton.
Two quick covers right in the middle of the ring from Stu Grayson. And not getting a 3. That said, those weren't necessarily designed to, just more to wear Colin down and just take more energy out of him, and all the weight of Uno comes crashing in. Uno and Grayson, two guys that have been teaming together pretty much since they debuted in professional wrestling. They had very brief singles careers, but by and large have been tag team wrestlers, but Uno does not know that Cheech is just tagged in.
Big shot there from Cheech. Colin immediately following up, nice. And that's the thing here, this tag team wrestling, these guys know each other so well. Colin and Cheech on the same page here. Quick offense going to work.
And a kick out from Uno, but how quick things changed right there. Just the simple fact of the tag that Uno did not know about, and all of a sudden he's down on the mat getting his shoulders pinned. And Cheech giving some words to Stu Grayson over in the corner. Cheech, over the years for 2CW, kind of a Swiss Army knife type of guy. You can plug him into a lot of different situations. Always kind of rose to the occasion. We've talked about guys being underrated a little bit. I think Cheech is one of those guys.
Absolutely. Cheech, in my mind, always has been one of the most underrated technical wrestlers in this area, in this company. And Colin has picked up so much experience. A hard shot there. Oh boy. Uno saying he'd go for it.
He's daring him now. Waiting for the crowd. Here we go. The Greco-Roman rake to the eyes.
Interesting strategy there from Delaney. But he's able to kind of get his eyes into his hand into those eye holes. Yeah. Easy for me to say.
Not a lot of room there. Colin Delaney, of course, someone who we've kind of seen a little bit grow up in front of our eyes in a big suplex by Cheech. Colin looks completely different than he did when we saw him for the first time. Really has grown into a tremendous wrestler. We saw him nearly win the 2CW Heavyweight Championship a couple of times from Nick Ando at Living on the Edge 9. He took out everybody in a 6-man match but Nick Ando. Then had some very good tag team encounters, teaming and feuding both with AR Fox, taking out the Young Bucks.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on.
Well, a little creativity there from Uno to make it happen.
It's one way to pick up some offense there with a jumping neck breaker. And Stu Grayson is the fresh man on the apron, bouncing up and down, ready to come in. Cheech rolling towards Colin Delaney again. These all four men are very experienced tag team wrestlers. They know right where to be.
And now Stu, House of Fire here.
Big overhead belly to belly and making two in a row. To Infinity and Beyond right now, being thrown all over Infinity and a clothesline over the top. Uranagi suplex into a PK. Second rope springboard moonsault from Grayson. Cover on Colin in the middle of the ring, and Colin able to kick out. And again, another quick tag. In and out go the Dark Order. Colin caught with an elbow. And dropped right on his head after the kick from Grayson. Cover. And Cheech just doing anything necessary to break up the pin, throwing Grayson over the top of the pinning combination there.
Go out on the apron here. Fans fully appreciating both of these teams. You think back to 2 sets when Cheech finally shook the hands at ringside after all those years.
Never thought
that
it was going to happen.
Quite the moment.
What in the world? Oh my.
What? Wow.
Incredible teamwork there from 2 Infinity and Beyond. That might just do it. Uno down in the middle of the ring, but gets 2.
And they are shocked that was not enough to put away the Dark Order here in Binghamton.
Colin's got something in mind, I think, though. Kind of the gears under that blonde hair right now are going in his head. What can he do to finish things off? That said, have they done enough before that to even get Uno's shoulders down for a 3? Not just yet. Jawbreaker using the top of that masked head. Oh my word, standing Spanish fly and a suicide dive.
Cheech up top.
Cover. Oh, the frog splash gets 2 and Cheech nearly hit the ceiling there. It's not very high here in Binghamton.
I thought that was 3.
Cheech up into the space atmosphere like Buzz Lightyear. And just like that, Cheech and Colin find themselves in the plus position, as I guess is the lingo now.
Hold on the ropes there. What a leapfrog.
Grayson with a matrix into a double Pele kick. My word, what a right hand, knee strike. Into an overhead belly-to-belly car crash in the corner.
Oh, wait, they have in mind here.
The Dark Order sensing blood.
Screw up top. Beautiful double team here, going for the pinfall. Is that it? Only two.
Colin had his eyes on the referee the entire time. He was going to kick out. He wanted to get as much breath and air as he could right there. But what a double team combination. Uno launching himself in his gigantic frame into the corner, and then Grayson with a leap from the heavens. And this match will continue. Again, the Dark Order, then known as the Smash Brothers, never lost the 2CW Tag Team Championships. But I sense here that this could be the beginning of the end for To Infinity and Beyond.
Oh, wait a
Hang
minute.
on. Colin with a jackknife pin. And Uno kicks out. Big right hand.
Just turned him around with that shot.
Running kick now. Uno's going to climb the turnbuckles. He is very agile for a big man, but Cheech meets him on top.
Top. Oh, wow!
Huge superplex now. Grayson with a diving elbow. And Colin turns Grayson inside out with a lariat, and all four men are down.
This is incredible. Absolutely incredible action here at Living on the Edge 11.
What a way to close this night out. What's already been a wild night full of surprises, and it's only going to get bigger tomorrow in Syracuse at Older, Fatter, and Balder. That said, we've got to have a winner here. And I think I speak for the crowd and agree this is absolutely awesome. Well, we had respect early, a lot of handshakes. Now it's broken down here to simply a battle of wills in the middle of the ring.
Trading these big shots here at the center of the ring.
Just an exchanging of those right arm strikes.
Oh.
And now big left hands. Another right hand from Colin. Cheech inching back in.
Uno, though. Nice presence there. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
This dude right up top, but...
Wait, Cheech catches him. Hang on. Oh, my word.
They just broken Uno's back with Grayson.
And Uno somehow kicks out. My goodness, how did that not result in just simply Uno getting smeared into the canvas there?
This is wild.
Cheech saying that's it. He's got the thumb point down. Colin's feeling what he's saying right now. Can To Infinity and Beyond pick up a win here in 2CW, winning on the end? We saw him in one of the final 2CW matches in 2 sets. What in the world?
Cheech had to walk away for a second there as Grayson was coming in. And I don't know if Colin knows what the
word!
Tumbling down, the floor just shook here in Binghamton.
Uno with a flatliner. The Dark Order sensing the beginning of the end here. Colin Delaney is in trouble. Stu Grayson directing traffic. Pile driver with a kick to the face. This might be all. And the Dark Order.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Ted Stillwell, has delivered his 3 count for your winners, Eva Uno and Stu Grayson, the Dark Order.
What a tag team masterpiece here. The big return of the Dark Order to 2CW 9 years later, and they pick up the victory here tonight. The claws are up in Binghamton.
So the undefeated streak for these two, regardless of the name, continues. And listen to the crowd.
Here. Tons of respect that all these men have for each other.
Thank you.
Awesome. Incredible night here. Great to see these guys in the ring. What a match that was. And a great way to close out the first 2CW show in 6 years.
And this is the happy ending that we've been waiting for.
Applause are up. So good to see this. Collins got the R.I.P. Brody Lee armband on. It's on all of our minds a lot, especially this week.
Hi, Mom!
So great to see 4 of his closest friends here do battle. What a show.
We've had 2CW. We'll see you tomorrow night in Syracuse.
So, I think that's going to do it for us.
What an unbelievable night. This really happened. The reunion is here. It finally happened. We have one more night to go in Syracuse.
I blacked out. Wait, what happened? I blacked out. Did we have the show?
No, this is just a dream. This is not reality.
There's something wrong with the world today. I don't know what it is. Something's wrong with our eyes. We're seeing things in a different way, and God knows it ain't his. It sure ain't no surprise. We're living on the edge. Today, the light bulb's getting dim. There's meltdown in the sky.